Good day to you all, MIHN Resources Procurement Group. Following our demonstration, I wanted to provide a follow-up refresher demonstration just to run you through all the different features of Read by QXMD and the institutional edition that we provide for institutions such as yourselves. What our main feature really comes about is the fact that healthcare professionals today are extremely overwhelmed when it comes to having a busy practice, but also the fact that there's so much research out there that it's really hard to stay on top and keep up to date. So with that in mind, I wanted to provide a fact that there's around 15,000 medical articles being published each week. So for even medical professionals in a very niche area of medicine, it's very difficult to stay on top of things. So what we did is we created Read, which uses clever algorithmic technology to ensure that each and every user has a personalized news feed of medical research based on their profession and their specialty, which when you sign up to the app, you'll let us know, what your profession and your specialty are, what's your location in terms of your country and your institution. If you're selecting an institution from the NHS, we do link up with all your existing Open Athens proxy servers so that when you enter your credentials, your staff are able to access your journal holdings. With the free version, we use our own link resolvers to basically takes a guess at which subscriptions you have and which you don't have. But with the institutional version, we actually ask for you for a copy of your holdings so that there's an absolute guaranteed. There's not going to be no problems for accessing content for your staff. Now, running through the features of the app itself, obviously, like I said, we've got our algorithmic recommendations here. So you can go ahead, scroll through, and you'll be seeing a news feed which is dedicated to you and your practice. And like any popular news feeds like Facebook and Instagram, this news feed learns about your behavior and refines the content that you're seeing, so you're not going to miss out on anything important. Once you find an article which you want to go ahead and download, you click on that and you'll first get the citation. Probably wasn't a good example there. Let's find another one where we can find a paper. And what it's going to do at the bottom there is check our credentials to ensure that we have that paper, or if that paper is e-published. If it is, then we can go ahead and it will automatically download that and we can read the full text paper. Now, what you're seeing on the screen here is my iPad. With the iPad, you can basically annotate in any way. You can add notes, you can underline, you can highlight, you can basically draw, you can do anything you fancy and save those annotations, and you can then forward those annotations on to a colleague via email, or you can share the citation on Facebook or Twitter. So if anyone sees that citation on your Facebook or Twitter feeds and they open it up when they have Read already downloaded, it deep links it straight into Read, and so they can open it up on their own smart device. Read is available on iPad, iOS, so any iPhone, Android, and we have a web-based app as well. So it's also available on a desktop computer for anyone who hasn't got a smartphone or a tablet. So just going through the other features as well, you can pick and choose from all the various journal titles available. We index via PubMed, so there's around 3,000 journal titles available. We also have a very smart keyword function, much easier to find research than it would be in the PubMed website. As you can see there with the search tips, you can really throw challenges at it to knuckle down, drill down to certain research that you need to find. You can search via author names, via mesh descriptions, by PubMed ID, and you can drill down and find research from a specific organisation as well, as long as it's obviously published through PubMed. And you can also create predefined search terms as well. So if you want to be informed of any new research coming up with any of the keywords that you choose, then by all means you can set those up and then get a red notification, as you see here, anytime new content becomes available. What we also have is, and this is for me my favourite part of the app, is where we're seeing a great impact, is the ability to create your own personalised collections as a user, and also follow other people's collections which people have chosen to publicise. If we go into public collections here, we can see any top trending collections and also top collections for my specialty. So we can choose those and follow them, and of course we'll get notified anytime someone adds new content to that collection. And here in the star icon at the top here is where we can see all our recently viewed papers, our landmark research, any outstanding clinical review, and we can tailor our collections here. We can switch them from public to private or the other way around, and add papers to a collection from here. So that's the Read app in total. So just to summarise, we've got our algorithmic recommendations. This is kind of our bread and butter, which is where a lot of our healthcare professionals around the world really come to use Read. We have 100,000 users in the UK alone and around 2 million globally. So you can count on a global healthcare community where you can comment on articles and give them thumbs up, thumbs down, and obviously the more users using it, the better the algorithm gets, because obviously we'll be seeing a lot more people from various specialties disseminating research and everything like that. We've also got, you can pick and choose from the thousands of journal titles available. You can use our search function to find research or set up predefined search terms. And of course, you've got our ability to create your own collections and follow other collections created by other users. Now, what we have done for our institutional clients is we provide them, well, what will happen is in the first instance, if you do decide to join us as an institutional client, we'll ask you for some information. So we'll confirm your Open Athens URL to where your staff would go log in via proxy. We confirm any email for interlibrary loans, and we'll ask for a copy of your holdings. And as we were mentioning on the demonstration, we are investigating looking at various APIs for services such as Ovid and EBSCO Discovery, so that we can automatically update your holdings. But in the first instance, we'll ask for a copy of your holdings so that anyone from your staff using Read will have instant access to those holdings via Read. But what we'll also provide you is an invitation to your very own analytics dashboard, and this is what it will look like. So if we click on this data tab first, any administrator can get a bit of an understanding of the usage of Read at their institution, how many abstracts and full text papers have been read, how many registered users we have total, how people are sharing knowledge, and just some more general info on active usage, how many people are clicking from abstract through to full text paper, and app and device usage also. More importantly, we will provide you with journal insights. So these will give you performance indicators on the holdings that you own and that you subscribe to on an annual basis. So you can see your top performing journals. You can click on any one of the journals to get a little bit more information. You can also look into your poor performing journals to understand why they're not getting much of a click through, and if they are getting click through, who is accessing that journal the most. And we can also provide you an idea of candidates, and these are candidates for acquisition. So these are journals which you're not subscribed to, but people within your institution are trying to access the most. So two things happen here from a user's point of view. On the Read app itself, they will get a pop-up icon to send an interlibrary loan request to yourself. And from this point of view here, we'll be providing you all the data on the most requested journals. So circulation, for example, seems to be the most accessed, and we can see which top professions and specialties are trying to access that content the most. Furthermore, we provide vendor insights, so we can give you a bit of an understanding of what your vendors are doing for you, and you can click on any one of those to get a little bit more information. And you also get user consumption insights as well. So any trending consumption insights will appear on user insights here, and you can get a better understanding of which professions and specialties are engaging or not engaging with the app, and in case you need to start any questions or conversations with them. We can also give you a breakdown of your total users by profession and specialty with a pie chart, so we can have a look at just what our audience at our institution looks like via profession and specialty. And we also have an accession data tool at the bottom here in case you want to investigate into any specific journal, any professional specialty, look at their consumption behaviours from a certain data set and answer questions that way. But that's a lot of data crunching, and we hope that these insights here will take away a lot of that data crunching for you. Moving over to campaigns. Now, campaigns was something I was describing in the demo as a tool that a lot of digital marketers use around the world to promote their products to a certain demographic or geographic audience. Now, what we've essentially done is we've taken that exact same technology and we're applying it to better care in healthcare. So for any institution that is facing a certain challenge, whether it might be an increase in the rates of sepsis, maybe they're seeing an increase in the rates of readmission rates, whatever it might be, what we can do is we can create a campaign around that challenge and publicize the research that hopes to change practice and improve that challenge or stop or reduce that certain issue from happening. So what you can do is create a campaign, give it a call to action, choose the papers that you wish to promote using the exact same search function that you saw in Read. So you can search by PubMed ID or something like that. Obviously that was a bit of a guess, that one. You can choose the professions and specialties that you wish to promote that specific research to. You can also select any default search terms that you want that to appear in whenever someone searches for something specific, for example sepsis. You also get a few suggested search terms as well, and then you say who that's being promoted by. So when you launch that campaign, what will happen is that will then appear as a promoted article on your staff's newsfeed or whichever professions and specialties you've designed that promotion for. And the idea behind that is that there's going to be an increased opportunity or increased chance that those professions and specialties will see that research, they will open it, and they will apply it to their practice. This will obviously then have great consequences on the next patient that comes along who is facing that certain challenge that you are promoting for. That's everything for today. So hopefully, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My email is jimmy.connoley@qxmd.com. That's Jimmy, JIMMY.Connoley, CONNOLEY @qxmd.com. Thank you very much.